Aiden Carter always believed he was in control of his life. A high-paying job at a corporate firm, a circle of influential friends who always had his back, a secure future planned by his family. Everything seemed perfect, but Aiden didn't realize he wasn't in control at all. He was being carried. His boss dictated his career, his friends shaped his choices, his family planned his path. He had never truly stood on his own. But then, life did something cruel yet necessary. It took everything away. It started with a company merger. Overnight, Aiden lost his job. At first, he wasn't worried. He had connections. Surely someone would help him find another job. But when he called his friends, their responses cut deeper than a knife. "Man, things are tight right now. Wish I could help. Maybe next month, bro. Just hang in there." No reply at all. The people he had always supported, the ones he had dropped everything for, were suddenly too busy. His family? They didn't say it outright, but their disappointment was clear. "You should have been more careful. You should have saved more." And just like that, the illusion shattered. Aiden realized he had never built anything on his own. With no income and no support, Aiden was forced to leave his luxurious apartment. He moved into a tiny, dimly lit room in a rundown part of the city. The walls were cracked. The air smelled of dampness. At night, as he lay on the thin mattress, staring at the ceiling, one thought consumed him. "I gave everything to people, but when I needed them, I had no one." He felt betrayed, abandoned. But the truth was even worse. He had betrayed himself. He had outsourced his entire life to others, trusting that they would always be there. He had never built his own foundation. That night, something inside him changed. Never again. The next morning, Aiden woke up with a new mindset. No more waiting for help, no more relying on others, no more begging for support. He started from zero. He sold everything unnecessary, his designer watches, expensive gadgets, and luxury clothes. He took small freelance jobs online, even ones he once thought were beneath him. He read books on financial independence, self-discipline, and psychology. He exercised daily, transforming his weak body into something powerful. At first, it was brutal. The rejections, the loneliness, the exhaustion. But for the first time in his life, every victory, no matter how small, was truly his. Every dollar he earned was his own. Every decision he made was his own. Every lesson he learned was his own. Aiden Carter was no longer a puppet. A year passed. Aiden had built himself from the ground up. He was now running his own successful business, had financial stability, and had developed unshakable confidence. One evening, while walking past his old corporate office, he saw a familiar face, his ex-boss. The man looked exhausted, sitting on the steps, scrolling through job listings. His once powerful position had been taken away in another company shakeup. Aiden stopped. For a brief moment, he saw himself 1 year ago, desperate, lost, and dependent on a system that had discarded him. The man looked up. Their eyes met. His ex-boss forced a weak smile. "Aiden, you wouldn't happen to know of any job openings, would you?" Aiden smiled back. But this time, it wasn't the smile of a helpless employee. It was the smile of a man who had built himself from nothing. He simply said, "Take care," and walked away. Not out of arrogance, not out of revenge, but because he had learned the most valuable lesson of his life. When you rely on others, you are at their mercy. But when you build yourself, you are untouchable. Final lesson. The truth about dependency. People are not bad, but people are not permanent. Friends can change. Jobs can disappear. Families can support you, but they can't live your life for you. You must be strong enough to stand on your own. You must be independent so no loss can break you. You must build your life in a way that you never have to beg for help. And when you do that, you will never be afraid of losing anything again. If this story inspired you, like the video and subscribe to Explored Vibes for more powerful life lessons.